Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakurasou here, coming at you guys with a ban list market watch. We're going to kind of see where a lot of the cards that were affected, either directly or indirectly, are at right now. I actually like recording this a little earlier because while I like to see what the actual prices are later on, I sometimes do love to see the chaos of the first few hours of the ban list. There's nothing like it. Even in like other card games, there's nothing like it than Yu-Gi-Oh! So if you guys enjoy, make sure to smash that like button and subscribe. Go check out my ban list reaction. I add more in my ban list reactions than just, oh my gosh, they hit this. I actually add commentary that's worth listening to. And I usually keep them short and simple. So go check that out. If you guys are buying anything off TCG Player, please use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost to you. Thank you all my YouTube channel members. I'm actually doing improvements to my YouTube channel members, as well as I'm going to give just my general viewer, the people who like the video and just come to be a supporter, right? I appreciate all support, regardless of how you do it, by the way, especially people who have been here commenting like all the time. Love you guys a little more. But you guys are going to get a cool little reward. I'll give you a hint. A lot of people were asking, hey, do you have a blank? And I would always tell them it was, oh, well, I do, but unless you're a YouTube channel member. Let's just say something's changing, as well as some improvements for the existing YouTube channel members. For the tiers, and no cost increases. So you guys are really going to look forward to that. More news on that later, though. And we're just going to get right into this. So Ulti Fenrir, which, by the way, I love how they have a misprint here. Ulti is like shifted. $60 here. They were 70 earlier here. 75, and I know people who have been ordering them at 30s and 40s. I've heard a lot of people get really mad in the last hour and a half being like, hey, don't buy from X store. They have a problem, and then listed later for earlier, right? Or, hey, I ordered 6 ulti Fenrirs from 5. I remember one person told me 6 ultis, 4 different sellers, 3 refunded already. And, it sucks to see. It really does suck. And I do feel like, there's a huge problem just in card games in general with sellers getting way too greedy because they make their profit line with when they list the card, right? So it's not like they're not making money when they sell this card for $30, right? It's purely ridiculous. Secret rares. These were about $10. Well, they're $18 now. I mean, Fenrir is a card that's past Kashtira. And while the Arise Heart ban was good, my biggest issue with Kashtira was the fact that I just don't want to see Fenrir index outside of Cash. And Fenrir is just a very, very strong card, right? I was kind of hoping they would put a little something on it, but oh well, right? They want to sell the 10s. Herald of Orange Light, super rare. I'm not shocked they didn't put this to 3. Honestly, I wasn't really thinking about this card with the ban list because it was so small. But right now, if I refresh the page, you got 31 listings here. Near mints, this was about dollars to 2. Went up on the last list a little bit, but then went right back down. I guess 2 Orange Light wasn't enough to play. Which I was shocked at. Now we're seeing 4s. 4 across the board. I think that's fair. Could this card go up to 6, 7, 8? Yeah, I mean, this OTS 20, from my knowledge, isn't being printed. I mean, people still have this, but this was also a very good OTS. This always had value even after it got hit. Sunlight Wolf. Now, I was positive this was supposed to be a $5 or $10 ghost, like a $10 ghoster, right? But when I saw the list and I saw Gazelle, I'm like, yeah, it's going to go up, I guess. But it should have held 40 or 50. Well, now, stupid fly, they're about $65, $73. No, thank you. No, thank you. The Salamangreat of Fire. This was, I think, a $17 card. Now they're 33. Yeah. The Link, which was not like a crazy amount of money. I think it was... I want to go and kind of see what they were really at. Yeah, like 7s here. That's very fair. Now they're 13 going up to 17. With your... Yeah, this set just goes crazy, I guess, now. Boxes are 30 straight. Set is so bad. I'm sorry. But the fact that if you buy a box, You have one Ultra that makes your money back, and then you have a Ghost. I think Ghosts are like, I feel like even though people say it's one per case, I feel like it's more towards two. So you have the double or nothing card. You have the all your money's back. You got a 12, you got a 6, here you got 4.5, which I have to admit this is a very good card to get. But yeah, would I still pick this up? If you're really in a gambling mood, I guess. This set, if the salad goes go even higher, like if this hits like 40s, this can hit 20 somethings. I mean, you're bound to pull one of them most likely. And then you have the chance of the ghost. So, yeah, you could if you're in a gambling mood, but I still hate this set. Is this an ultra with 30 cents? Well, no. Salamangreat rate Jack Jaguar. The super rares here are $5 here. If we go near mints, yeah, $5 going up to 6 here. Okay. You got Foxies. I remember when we got, I think it was Circleback or something. These went up to 20s. These are now 6s, going up to 6s. I honestly think that's amazing for this card. The card bullet. This might be shocking to hear. This is a 4-year-old card. Yeah, so 4 years ago, and it is a secret rare of a card that is really good in the deck. Only other printing is the common, I believe. Yeah, you either play commons or the secret. So, secrets aren't bad at $6. Sunlight Wolf, ultra rare. We'll have to actually look at these because these were $1. And I was like, I have these, but I just don't want to listen. I think I got them in bulk or something. I actually don't, or I just threw them somewhere if I pulled it from Armageddon. I don't know. Dollars over here, $1.25. I actually want to look at one card here because a lot of people are like, what should we pick up from the ban list? I mean, all your pickups should be done before. Like, if you really want your ideas, but some of the Salamangreat stuff's still a little cheap, like the Foxies. Armageddon's 40 listings, has a little spike here. Still selling like hotcakes here. I mean, man, this is crazy types of sales. $1.50 here, 40 listings. Go without photos, 39. Yeah, $1.50 here. I know there's like a wall of 50 and 655. If someone didn't list them all like crazy, I mean, I feel like this card would have been more by now. Sign up mining here. These are, let's see, near mint lightly play without photos. We actually looked at this very recently, funny enough. You know, first set here for 14, 14, 15. First set's 19. Honestly, I would go grab your first set sign up minings. These are very cheap, actually. Remember, these were going up towards 25, 30. I was like, finally, this card has some value. I think that this card, I told people first sets around 15 were fine. They're still, I don't know how this card hasn't moved a little bit, seeing how secret rares, we don't have many of those because this is a Dark Neostorm type card. I think Dark Neostorm was 2019. I know this was before COVID, so it was before 2020. So yeah, just shocking to see. Ultras, $3. Not bad for a reprint, honestly. Not bad at all. I seriously, I don't know. No movement with sign up mining. I'm just going to repeat myself. Alley of Justice Catastor, ultimate rare. This is bought out here still. 110 for a light play, got 90 for a near mint, 85, 8 there. So you have 3 listings, then 150, 200 here. Yeah. No, a funny fun fact, by the way. I don't know if this is if the same one, but I remember there was an ulti PSA 9 for $90. And I was like, oh, one of you could go get it. And I don't know if one of you got it or not. But got bought, and then I see another PSA 9 for 1,000. DT's 15. I still think DT is a good way to go. This was like a $40, $50 version. I still think it could go up quite high. Striker Dragon, if we go near mints here without photos. 42 listings, $2 going up to 3 here. You know, they still play one copy, so I'm shocked that that Striker Dragon never really got too much value. Quick launch because of D-Links not getting a big hit, which, look, I'm going to be honest with you with Dragon Link. Because Dragon Link players aren't smart, I'm going to be honest with you here. Some of them know how to be a little innovative, but a lot of Dragon Link players, they're just not good players at the game, but they want to play meta. That's kind of how I see Dragon Link players. And for some reason, Dragon Link players, even though they won Worlds, still think the deck is underrated. And that they're shocked that the deck that won Worlds that has existed for 5+ years got a hit. You know, man, Anyway, they got a small hit with Chaos Space going to 1, a card that wasn't made for them in the first place, but it is a good card in dealing. I believe they ran 3, or I've seen some lists with 2, I feel, so 2 to 3. They have to sub 1 or 2 cards out that were just a power boost, really. The deck's completely fine still. To play Chaos Space was a card that would have been, that is broken outside of Dragon Link. It was just waiting for the right deck, and I still, even though I talked about this in my ban list, I'm going to say it here. Chaos Link, Chaos Space was a busted card that did not reach its full potential. That's just kind of how it is, and I kind of hate how Chaos Space got, this deck got Chaos Space hit. I really am not happy about it. I want a D-Link hit that does something like quick launch, right? Like something where, like, because D-Link's perfectly fine. If you're complaining about, if you think that, if you're a Dragon Link player and you're up and you're like, oh man, they hit D-Link, oh no, they put my Chaos Space to 1, go play competitive Neopets. Common is $6 here, so commons are going up. People just want to play it. You got your OG secrets here at about 10s. First eds being about 12. Okay. That's actually quite cheap, honestly, for OGs. It's actually not bad. Where are mega packs at? $9 going up to 10, so you might as well just get OGs for like $2 more. Deck is still good. Low listings on these. It's really funny because I feel like Quick Launch is a card that could be bought at any moment, but nobody just has done it. Which I'm kind of shocked at, right? But a lot of people say that Quick Launch is what, and I've heard even Dragon League players say, well, Quick Launch limit would hit the consistency because it's really strong. And I'm like, yeah, Quick Launch is strong. That would actually be a hit to D-Link, right? But I don't know. I guess Konami doesn't see it as a problem. They kind of see it how, kind of like how what won Worlds. I think Blue Eyes won Worlds once, where they were like, yeah, it won Worlds because it was piloted by a specific player, not really the deck itself. But I mean, the deck had some top 32s along with Worlds, so it's not like, it was a one shot and done. Deck is still, again, good, right? And with Kashtira, the a Rise Heart out of the play, Dragon Link's going to be able to play more. In fact, I think this list is a win for D-Link. They barely got touched, and their opponents got kind of screwed over, right? So don't really see how D-Link came out of this as a loser, but that's just me. The rest of the things I'm going to say about this ban list personally is just that I wanted them. It's not a bad list, okay, per se. It is boring, okay? Players confuse boring with bad, right? Like, a lot of players are comparing this, and this is a very stupid comparison, is the 2020 June list where we got 3 unlimiteds of what one person said irrelevant cards, right? Well, if they're irrelevant, then it's good they got cleaned up off the list. Or if they're irrelevant, hey, it means that since they came back, hey, maybe they'll get some type of relevancy again, or casual players like it. There's a lot of reasons, right? Moving irrelevant cards off the ban list is a good thing. I don't know what crack they're smoking. But when we got the June list, we got 3 unlimiteds, which was Multi-Faker, the Fusion 4, I think it was Ulti Kanahawk, Ritual Beast, and then I think a Necros card. I think it was like Brionic or Colossus, something. One Necros card, right? I think it was maybe even the level 3. But because we had no events, the locals were not able to run. Competitive Yu-Gi-Oh was not happening then because of, COVID. What ban list did you want Konami to give us? What they did is they were like, hey, we're going to give a very, very small list because we don't have enough data to make an actual list. So we're just going to take a couple things off that we think are fine, which they were. And I think that was a great call, right? I don't know what people expected. Now, this is a little different, right? We have events going on, right? The reason this list I think was small was just because, hey, people are really enjoying this format. Yeah, they're complaining about things, but it's Yu-Gi-Oh, right? They're always going to complain. Like, I think, hey, they hit what I was complaining about, which was Bestial, right? Magna Hut to 1, Very happy to see it, right? Players were upset with Kashira. They banned a Rise Heart, right? The big things that people were upset about, Konami figured it out, and then that was really it, right? It was a small checkup where they did what the majority of players were complaining about, and they called it a day, right? Because we're in a format that's quite diverse, right? So I think that's completely fine, the 5 hits. You know, if it's not broke, don't fix it. They're just that players are confusing entertainment with a good list, right? A good list could be small but good, right? And I think players thinking that this is one of the worst lists ever have not been playing Yu-Gi-Oh for long, or they probably don't have enough knowledge to be talking about the game at a meta relevant level. That's at least what I think. I know that might sound harsh, right? But it's okay to say, hey, this list was if you want to say this list was bad slash boring because they could have done more with it, sure, I can understand points on why people were unhappy with the list. But to say outright this is a horrible list, right, or one of the worst lists you've seen, I don't know. I just think that you need to reevaluate that opinion. Like for example, I am more disappointed that they didn't do some more fun things with the list. Like the hits that they did, I think were fine, right? They reprinted stuff. They want to make their money off the tins, all that. Cool, right? I think that they could have gave us something like Harpor or some more fun cards off the list. That is something I personally want to see. Like, if they put Harpor to 1, Coolios, right? Something like that. Maybe play a little with another archetype, like just a little bit, right? Will be cool. So maybe we get 7, 8 cards changed instead of the 5, and those 2, 3 cards are say like a Harpor back, right? I thought they might put Master Plan back because of the new Spiral card. Maybe I don't know, maybe, yeah, like 1 Harpor back. Maybe a little something else from the ban list that's like a limit triad at 2. Something like that. Could have been a little more experimental. But with that being said, leave a like if you guys enjoyed. Subscribe. Let me know what I'm going over in the comment section of the next Marca watch. This was more of just like a, hey, let's see what prices are early. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.